Saturday night is fight night over on Sky Sports 1 tonight. Julius Francis defends his Commonwealth heavyweight title against Gareth Delaney, with the vacant British heavyweight title also up for grabs. That's live heavyweight boxing over on Sky Sports 1 tonight, due on at 9, but possibly going to air a little later if the Ryder Cup goes on longer than expected. But for your immediate attention, we've got Heineken European Cup Rugby. We're in Wales watching the rematch between two sides who've not been on best of terms in the last couple of weeks, but who are combining now to produce a captivating game of rugby at half-time. It's Pontypridd trailing Brive by 18 points to 16. Brive now coming out for the second half, and what a second half it promises to be. Let's hand you back to our commentary team of Stuart Barnes and Miles Harrison.
Crowd a little frustrated there by the late arrival onto the pitch from Brive for this second half, but in all honesty, Pontypridd were out very early. And they must be a little frustrated in these parts as well by Pontypridd's narrow defeat against Bath, narrow defeat against Brive. They're just getting a bit of a reputation in this competition of being a nearly team, having just failed to qualify last season.
And if they just failed to win this game this afternoon against Brive, then Pontypridd, the Welsh champions, I believe, will not have a chance to make the playoffs. It's simply the most important 40 minutes possibly in Pontypridd Rugby Club's history.
And that's Jerome Karat, who's got some illegal padding on there, and he's been ordered to take that off at the start of the second half. He won't be allowed to come onto the field until he's removed that.
Well, wings wearing shoulder pads, it's all getting rather physical in the modern professional age.
Looked like he used to appear in Dynasty. Anyway, concentrate now on the second half as Jenkins prepares to get Pontypridd underway. They simply have to go on and win this if they're to retain an interest in this competition. And if they do, it starts to throw things wide open again in this group.
Well, of course, it's also a game that Brive simply must win if they're to have any hopes of winning this group with Bath in it and get that vital home quarter-final tie. And Alain Penot, he'll know that.
No, hold it, please. Hold it.
Referee just checking the gap, so Phil John having to just bide his time there. One that got away for Pontypridd. He was looking for Roy and couldn't find him, John. And that's Bonnet. Mannia's in there, but he's lost out to Prosser. Took that off him well, and John goes on the blind side. This is Paul John, the scrum half. How many times have we seen that kind of run from John in this year's competition? There's Spiller. And Lloyd over the 22. Griffiths has got it. John, Jenkins, too many to bypass there for Neil Jenkins, but John's away now to Lewis, and on to Morgan. He's got Gareth White outside, look for the inside pass to David James, but I think there's an offside, there is. Brive are up too quickly, and Pontypridd will get the immediate chance that they wanted at the start of the second half to re-establish their lead.
Yes, Brive up very quickly. Kevin Morgan, clever play there. 3 men being soaked out on the wide. He tried to go inside, but he couldn't get there. But there's the offside. No doubt at all. I think Travers, the hooker, he's out there. And Arbizu this time, very clever against Bath, but that time, well, he's far too far in front of that line.
50% record so far, but for Neil Jenkins, this is as easy as they come. I don't think he'd ever miss this in training. And he has a miss in the match. Pontypridd 19, Brive 18. 1 point separated them last time. And on that occasion, Brive were victors.
And that is exactly the start that Pontypridd needed. They are going to need the support of these 8,000 passionate fans to lift their team.